everyone, it's the Tides Changing here, and welcome to episode 7 of my Let's Build series. So in today's video, we will finish with landscaping the sides of the house. The first thing that I wanted to do is add a fence around the sides of the driveway, just as I thought that it would make things look a little bit nicer, just to, like I said, have a fence surrounding the sides of it. So I'm just adding in the half walls, every 2 squares, and then running that fence through the middle of it. And I like using a couple different kinds of fencing just because it makes things look a little more interesting. And here I was putting some dirt along the side of it, but because I wanted to put some plants along the whole edge of it. And after putting that in, I ended up undoing it because I realized that having plants all the way down the side of the driveway might look a little bit too busy. So now I'm just filling in some dirt right there in that corner because I just wanted to have a little garden there. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually keep that once I do the rest of the yard. I'll have to see how it looks once everything else is landscaped. And now I'm just adding in rocks to surround that. And I'm just going to put the same couple of plants that I have been using in there. And now that that's done, I'm just trying to see how things look. Make sure everything looks right with it. And yeah, now I wanted to put some plants right there in that little area at the front of the driveway. Just because I thought that would look nice. And once again, I am just seeing how things look in the front of the house. And you can really start to see it coming along now. I like how it looks. This is definitely turning out better than I thought it would. And now I'm just putting some plants along the side of the driveway there. Like I said, I didn't want to put them all the way down it, but I thought that just having a few bushes along the side of it would look nice. And I ended up just deleting all of them except for the one there in the center because I thought maybe we were still a little bit too busy to have 3 of them down the side. And just adjusting that rock. And now I believe that side is done. And for the other side, I'm just going to do pretty much the same thing over here. But it'll go by a lot quicker since, I actually know what I want to do over here. So the first thing that I'm doing is like the other side, I'm adjusting the ground so that I can put the porches in. And I meant to get this video up on yesterday. Because like I said, my goal is to upload these on Mondays and Wednesdays and possibly Fridays. Although for the rest of the semester, I'm only going to be doing it twice a week because, this semester is very busy. And I know I did 3 episodes last week, but I don't really have the time to do that anymore. So it's just going to be 2 a week. If I'm in a major time crunch, it might just be 1. I'll have to see how things go because, school, of course, is more important than YouTube. I've only got a year left, so I really have to get through that. It's like the last year is the toughest part. I actually spent about 12 hours on campus yesterday. I was there from about 10 a.m. until I didn't get back till close to 10:30 at night. So by the time I got back, I was too tired to do decent commentary. So I just figured I would do it today. But I think at this point, with how small this channel is, I don't think anyone really cares or, even paid attention to what I said as far as an upload schedule. So it doesn't really matter. Also, I'm sorry if once again I sound kind of weird in this video. I know in Monday's video I said that my throat was bothering me, and now that that's better, I actually have a cold. Or something, I don't know. I've just been feeling kind of lightheaded and out of it today. So that's why I'm sorry if the commentary in this video isn't really that great. I'm sorry for going off topic of the building, but then again, what I'm doing right now is basically just what I did in the last episode over again. Because yeah, like you can see here, I'm just adding in the same kind of garden as I did over there. I'm just making sure that I'm getting the symmetry of it correctly. When it comes to just building a regular house, you don't want to actually make it too symmetric, but I'm just trying to make this pretty symmetric between the 2 sides because it is an apartment, so it's kind of supposed to look like a community lot because, usually community lots are pretty pretty symmetrical. I'm just gonna go off topic of this again because, like I said, this is just, you kind of already seen this being done before, but I just want to say that I did make more progress on the other house that I'm working on, which is the one for a house building video that I plan on putting up not this Sunday, but the one after that. And I did pretty much finish the exterior of it, and I've gotten a good bit of the interior done as well, so it's getting done slowly but surely. And like I said, that's just a traditional beach house. As for a name for it, I've kind of been thinking of calling it a hint of lime. I don't know, I know it's kind of silly because that's like tortilla chips, you know, like the hint of lime tortilla chips, but it has kind of like lime colors in a lot of things on the exterior. Like the railings have some, you know, like in one part of the railing, you know, it's lime colored. So I don't know, I just thought that that was kind of an interesting name for the house. I might change it though, but we'll see. And since the house isn't as big as Honolulu Haven was, I'm actually going to concentrate more on the story of it, like put more work into the story, because the last one had a story, but it didn't really, like, when it came to actually showing the house, there wasn't really much of the story element, because, you know, for those of you who didn't watch it, it was basically just that, you know, a family moved from, I guess, Riverview to Isla Paradiso, because, you know, they were relocated for their job, and their young adult daughter was not very happy about it because she missed Riverview, and she had a boyfriend from there, and she missed him. And then once they get into the house, she finds out that to surprise her, her parents, you know, allowed him to live with her for the summer. And yeah, I mean, there wasn't really a whole lot to that story, but for this house, I'm actually going to kind of continue it. And I'm not going to go too much into it, but the like actual story part is going to play, it's going to play more of a part in this house building video than it did in my past ones. So hopefully you guys like that. I mean, I plan to put a good bit of work into it and make it look really nice. But anyway, back to what I'm doing. Sorry I keep getting off topic. Now I'm just adding that path in over to the side and just touching things up since, you know, it didn't look quite right at first. Like I said in the last video, I just took that rock pattern and went over it with the grass patterns that came with Starlight Shores to make it blend in better. So yeah, now I'm just putting the finishing touches on it there. And as you can see here, you can start to see how the front of it, of the apartment, is going to look once it's done. And now that I finished with that path, I'm just making the same little hills on either side to put some plants there next to the path. And this time I'm just doing the terrain painting first, since, like I said, I have an idea of how I want it to look. So I'm just putting that in there. And, you know, once again, putting in the rocks and blending it together. So doing the sides of it, I'm only going back to the garage, you know, instead of going all the way down the side of it, because I actually want to do the pool area in the back first and then build the rest around it, because I just want to make sure I do the pool, you know, how I wanted to, rather than putting a bunch of stuff in and then finding out that, you know, making a big pool and then realizing I have to delete a bunch of stuff. You know, I want the pool in the back to kind of be the central part of the backyard and build everything else around it. So that's what I'm going to start on the next video. And I really want to make a gorgeous pool with this, like just a really gorgeous luxurious pool with, you know, maybe a couple of hot tubs, and, you know, probably kind of what I have in my head is 3 separate pools. It's hard to explain, but, you know, you'll see what I do. Hopefully what I have in my head will work in the game, but I really want the pool in this apartment to be something spectacular. So maybe I shouldn't say spectacular, because, you know, I could end up doing it and then it doesn't turn out so spectacular. I guess it just depends on what's people's definition of that is. But anyway, we are getting to the end of this, because now that, as you see there, the fence is along the side, so you can, you know, soon you'll be able to see pretty much what the front of this apartment looks like. And once again, I'm just doing the plants on the side the same way. And I think I actually got the symmetry pretty good. Like, I got both sides to look pretty close to each other. It's kind of hard with the terrain painting to get it to look exactly. And yeah, the last thing that I'm doing is just putting in that garden there at that corner. And like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. I just kind of did it, but maybe it'll look fine in the end. Like I said, I'll have to see how it looks once I add everything else in. And yeah, just putting in, yeah, once again, I know I keep saying it, but yeah, just using the same plants in there. But anyway, so now that we are getting close to the end of the video, keep an eye on Monday for the next video, where I will be starting on the backyard in the pool area. And thanks for watching, and bye.